everyone, it's Jess from Meyer Hatchery and welcome to an episode of Meyer Makes. Today we are going to be making a chicken saddle or chicken apron for your hens in your flock. Sometimes you'll have a rooster like Fred here that has his favorite hens, and it might cause your hens to lose some feathers on their backs. So we're going to learn how to sew a really easy saddle to put on your hens.
All right, so I've cut out my pieces out of some cotton fabric and a piece of fusible fleece. I like that fusible fleece because it adds durability. And I've added the template in the description below. We're going to take a 10-inch piece of elastic and we're actually going to make a sandwich. So we're putting our fabric right sides together and we're going to stick that elastic in between there and we're going to go ahead and pin that into place. I'm using that 10-inch piece. That seems to work out really good with the type of hens that I have. If you have a lot of really larger hens, sometimes using 12-inch piece of elastic is more helpful, but I have lots of bantams and smaller size hens, so the 10-inch works for me. We're going to go ahead and pin this all into place before we stitch it up. I'm using just a straight stitch and a 1/4-inch seam allowance on this project here. It just makes it a nice good edge for you. Make sure you get all those corners all pinned in there. And we're going to go ahead and get started with sewing our piece here. And remember, you're going to stitch all the way around, but you're not going to stitch along the top. We got to make sure we don't stitch along the top. That's going to be where we turn our project after we've got it all stitched up. So let's get started. I've stitched all the way around, and I've also taken my peeking shears and cleaned up my edges there, and we're going to turn our project so it's right side out. And you can see by making that elastic or putting that elastic in there and it's sandwiched, it's on the right side for us. I'm just going to use my finger and push out all my edges. If you used a fabric that's really thick and you're having a hard time turning it, you can use like a chopstick in there as well, just to kind of push your edges. After you have it all turned out, you're going to go ahead and take it over to your iron, and you want to iron it nice and flat. You also want to make sure you turn in a 1/4 inch of your top there. And this is going to help with making our casing for our elastic. So go ahead and turn that in there and then iron it nice and flat. And this one here I've already ironed. And we're going to turn down about 1 inch from the top. If you're having a hard time with getting your casing to stay in place at the top, you can top stitch or do a straight stitch along the top to hold in the place. And then after you fold it down, we're going to zigzag stitch across. And I found that zigzag is really durable. And you don't want to hit your elastic though. You want that elastic to be able to move inside that casing. It's going to make it so much easier when you go to put it on your hen. All right, so we're going to stitch that up there. And after we have that all stitched across, and sometimes I will actually zigzag twice. I will actually come across there twice just to make sure it's really durable. I like using that cotton fabric and those really good stitches so I can throw it in the wash if I need to. And there we go. Let's head on outside and put it on our hen. All right, so I'm taking the elastic from the edge, the top edge of our apron, and I'm putting it over her wing here and just kind of tucking it in so she'll be nice and comfy. And tuck those feathers down, and you can see that her apron kind of becomes a part of her after we get it all moved around, and she'll kind of shake out her feathers a little bit until it's nice and comfy for her. But here you go.